All right, let's do it. Cat versus Cummins, or Cummins versus Cat. C9, 400 horsepower, Caterpillar versus Cummins ISM 500 horse. Here we go. Now, this is going to be the test, boys. Don't know if there's going to be a difference or not, but let's see. So, this one right here is the 400 horse. This is the one I just did a video on. I'm curious, I get a lot of you guys, is there really a big difference between 400 horse, 500 horse, 1250 torque, I think, 1150 torque, versus I think 15 or 1650 torque? Well, I've driven this one without a trailer up the hill or kind of the grade. I know exactly what this is going to do. Now, I want to see what this thing's going to do. I've had you guys ask me. I don't really have an answer for you because I've never driven one of these. For the very first motorhome I've ever driven was my motorhome that I bought, and it came with a 500 horsepower. So let's start this thing up, and well, let's see how she does. All right, we're gonna hold the auxiliary start right there, and we will, if I can put the camera down and start up for you guys here. Oops, sorry. Bam, fired right up. So we did, I already moved it because I had to move it for the guy to do the shade on this awning, or this slide over there. We're just going to let the bags, I know the bags fill up a little more, so I'm going to let them fill up a little more until I hear the blow-off valve back there, and well, we're gonna go see how fast this baby can go. I know how fast mine can go. I know what gear, I know what RPM too. So I'll be monitoring it here also, and we'll see. So the very first thing I notice, guys, is the exhaust brake on this thing. Mine has, oh, and I'll let me explain to you guys what I'm comparing. Also, I'm comparing this 2007 Fleetwood Revolution 40-footer with a Spartan chassis compared to mine is a 2003 Travel Supreme, also with a Spartan chassis, both 40-foot motorhomes. So like I was saying on the exhaust brake, this, it just says on off. Mine, I've got a low and a high, and this exhaust brake, it works okay. You know, I've got it on, it's slowing me down, but you know, we'll see when we start going down like a steep hill, uphill, right up over here. But right away, I do feel like the get up and go, you do notice a difference. There is a difference for sure in the get up and go from a 400 to a 500 horsepower, or you want to call it, you know, the 1150, 1250 torque to a, you know, 1650 or 1550 torque curve. We will also be monitoring boost. Bam, right there. So mine, I have only seen it the highest, I want to say 29 to 30. It's usually, every time I look at it, I'm climbing a hill, it's like 28, 29. I think I've seen 30 maybe once, but I would say my average for the boost climbing a hill is 28. That's all I ever see when I usually look at it. So we'll see, you know, how this Caterpillar does. Okay, we're coming down a hill. We're going to hit the exhaust brake. We're doing about 63. So I just hit the exhaust brake. Exhaust brake is on. And it says right there, auxiliary brake on. It's slowing it down. It's doing good. Alright, so far so good. Yeah, it's working. I like it. So we'll shut it back off. And we're going to climb this hill that I'm coming up. No, we're going to exit right up here, and we're going to keep going. I'm going to climb a few hills, so we're going to keep going and see. So we're back on the freeway, and we're going to start climbing that hill. I'll let you know the gears. The turbo I think is a little more in mine, because I saw this thing go to 31 when I was accelerating. I don't get that when I'm accelerating. So here we go, and I will show you the gear. It is currently in 5th. We'll see what she does. All right, here we go. Picking up speed. We're in 6th gear. You guys see that right there? I'm trying to pay attention to the road. And right when I get to this flat part right here, bam! I don't know if you guys can see my foot. Pedal to the metal. It's downshifted into 5th gear. We're floored. She's climbing. Alright, 65, so she's doing good. 31 pounds of boost. 31, yeah, so our boost is almost the same. She's probably got a pound more than me. 31. She's dropping a little bit. She's at, I'd say 63, but she's holding. She's doing good. She's still pulling. Here's the hill. This is I believe it's a 6% grade. It's still in 5th gear. It's gaining some speed here. 64 miles an hour. So it looks like it's doing good. I'm still pedal to the metal. 65. So it's doing good. 66. So it's still gaining. So yeah, this thing is doing awesome. So what are we calling it? A 4 mile an hour difference? 5 mile an hour? Maybe 5? It's not really much. Oh, well, thanks, you big dummy. You just cut me right off. These people, you know, sometimes I want to put something in the front of these motorhomes, even my truck, and just plow through these people that think you can stop, you know, 40,000 pounds. Just no problem, right? Like a dime, basically. So, now that she's killed the momentum, this is great, because I was going to slow down to 55, which I did. So, thanks. And we'll see what it does. So, I'm back up to the floor, basically. And let's see what it does up this hill. And again, we got no trailer, guys. We'll see what he does up the grades. I do about 52, 55 up the grades with my RV at the top where it's like really, really steep. But this thing is still climbing. So she's past the 50 mile mark. So 29 pounds of boost. So the boost is about the same as mine. But it's still climbing. This Caterpillar is doing good. Let's call it 57, 58. Holding it floored. Temperature's good. Oil pressure's good. RPM is good. It's a nice motorhome right there. You looking good, brother man. Alright. So we're going to do another hill. We've crested the top of this one, which this thing is doing awesome, no problems. And we will see what it does. Now there's one thing I've noticed. So I've been keeping it at 65. And I've noticed at 65, this thing is sitting at about 1800 RPMs. If you guys can see that, I'm letting off right here. We're coming down a hill, but I've noticed that right away, where mine, I noticed at 65s, I'm sitting at about 1300 RPMs. So clearly the gear ratios are different to this. I'm not sure what the ratio in this thing is. I know mine has 410s in it. Now, I don't know if because it wants to stay in, you know, the peak torque band. Now, I don't know. That, you know, just might mean, obviously, that's where this thing likes to be. But that's, you know, it's torque, basically. That's where it likes, that's where it wants to be. But it's been in 6th gear the whole time, and we have another hill here we're going to climb. And it's going to be sitting at that 17, 18 mark. And still doing good, still doing 65. So this thing's doing really good with no trailer. You know, this is awesome. Alright, boys, we're pedal to the metal, passing Viejas. And same thing, I do about, you know, 70 up this. I can usually go a little more up this if I want to. I usually don't stick it to the floor, but you know, if I have to, it does. But this thing's doing good. It's maxing at about 65, 68, I would say. You guys can see that there. So it's doing good. 6th gear, about 1800 RPMs. Here's another hill. So I'm gonna see, I'm gonna put my foot in it. I'm gonna see if it's gonna hold it right here. So there you go. Still, no, now it's in 5th gear. It's dropped to 5th gear. So it's climbing. So 5th, 2000, 67, 66. Oh no, wants to climb. No, this thing kicks butt. Man, this thing does good. Look at that. Oh yeah, baby. Like, I'm gonna let off now because we gotta exit. But oh, this C9, boys, I like it. This C9, she eats. Put a little tuner on this bad boy. She does pretty good. Very impressed. Very impressed. I like it. Now I want to climb for you guys some more, but this damn construction, man, it's been like years, and it is a nightmare. Like, if you go to the desert around 4 or 5, you are screwed. It's probably, what time is it? There you go, 4:54. You are screwed, guys. This is a nightmare. So I'm gonna exit and we'll check the exhaust brake again, actually coming down a steeper hill. But so far, very happy with this thing. It's been very good. Again, we got no trailer behind us, but you know, we'll see if it really affects it with a trailer. Oh my goodness, look at that. Can you guys see that right there? Holy moly, that's a lot of cars. Just got off the freeway. So the biggest thing I noticed, guys, number one, the exhaust brake. And again, a bigger, you know, when you have a bigger motor, the exhaust brake is gonna work better on the bigger one. Or Jake brake. I'm sorry if I'm calling it exhaust brake. I'm so used to the truck or regular trucks. But the biggest thing that I have noticed is the, like, get up and go, like the you know, throw you back in your seat. Like, you feel that in mine. It's pretty impressive. When I first drove mine, that's where I was mostly impressed. Like, whoa, dang, like it shifts, and that torque converter locks in second, and it's like boom. I'm like, whoa, baby. Where this one, I don't feel it. I don't feel any of that. And how I know is I'm gonna come to a complete stop right now, and I'm gonna take off again right over here, but I'll show you guys. Go ahead. And the initial, you know, like, stick you back in your seat is not there. So when I come on over here, see, and this is where I like test it, and I hit it, you know, you can see the boost, boom, climbing, and that's it. It shifts, and there's nothing. Like, that's it. It's just nothing's there. Which, again, it's not slow, you know, it's good, but that's a big thing I noticed. Big thing. And then the exhaust brake on this C9 works, you know, I would say okay. It's not horrible, but coming down the steep hill, it didn't, like mine, when I switch it to high, I think will literally shut me down. Where this sort of held it at 50 miles an hour, didn't really slow me down, you know, didn't really go any, so I had to start applying the brakes. So it's not horrible. But again, you know, if I were to give you my verdict, there's a big difference between I'm not going to say a Caterpillar and a Cummins, but a 400 horse and a 500 horse, or a, you know, a 1250 to a 1650. That torque really comes into play. You really feel it when it you know, shifts and sticks you back in your seat. There's a difference. Well, there it is, guys. That thing, I don't know, I gotta say, obviously, like I said, the torque, you can feel the difference, but I noticed the Caterpillar, I feel like it's a little more snappy than a Cummins. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like it's like, I don't know, like snappy. I guess if that's how I can put it. More, I don't know, snappy, I can't. Call it what you guys want, but that's the first thing that's coming to my head. Now, I've also heard, and this is just what I've read in the research that I've done, I have heard that the Caterpillar is a better motor than the Cummins. I don't know what they mean by better. You know, I don't know much about the Caterpillar. Everything I've ever had was Cummins, so I never really got to play with a Caterpillar, but I've heard good things about them. And you know, like I said, some say, oh no, I'll never go to a Cummins. I only want a Caterpillar, you know, motorhome, or the motorhome with the cat in it. You know, a C9 or C13 or C15. You know, I've heard they're pretty awesome, pretty badass engines. So let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. I want to know from your experience, if any of you guys do have cats or have had both, you know, for the past, whatever, 30 or 40 years, what do you guys think? Have you had any issues with, you know, any of the two? So now I get to have fun putting this guy's mirror on. So I think in the video I showed you, the guy, he busted the mirror, so he gave him like a discount. He was pulling it out of the garage and literally broke the mirror off. So I've just put the new one on. What a nightmare, man. This, you got to pull all this off, all the trim off, take apart the inside pillar, in here.
Just got done cleaning Caesar's body.
Hold on. These radios are awesome, guys, but I'll let you know.
Shiny. I could see my reflection off it.
Nice, man. Good job, man. Good job. So he's about 25 miles away. I'm still doing a video on this, guys. I know you've been asking me.
Yeah, Michael's still sleeping.
But I just want to get more info for you guys. Yeah, that sounds like Mike for you. So, like I was saying, yeah, pull that whole inside off. You know, you got to drill out the rivets, and then the whole entire like piece right here will come off right there. See that? And you have to pull that off because
come clean your buggy, Dad?
oh, Jesus. No, I'm good, thank you, sir. I gave my son a radio and he just wants to talk all day. So you take it out because it bolts right in there. Then you could sit, swivel, adjust it how you want it. And now we got to clean all this glue and then put it back together. And that's it. That's all she is. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to click subscribe.
Yeah.